Hi folks, welcome to Greg's Workshop. I'm Greg, and today we're going to be rounding out our tool holder series with a tool holder for the random orbit sander. So let's take a closer look at this Milwaukee M18 random orbit sander. Battery powered, obviously, M18. Only room for a thinner battery there. There is an extension that comes with it in case you want to put on a thicker battery. There's also the adapter for the vacuum hose if you want to hook it directly up to a vacuum. In keeping with our theme, I want to build a holder that holds this, this, and this, all the accessories all at once. So what I think I'm going to do, I'll turn it sideways so you can see, this will be the front over here. I'm going to put it in something like that. I think that'll work well. It's fairly compact. It uses the space efficiently. It's going to be hanging out quite a bit from the wall. That's probably 10 inches or more. I don't really like that, but I think that's just how it's going to be. So measuring here, we're going to need about 6 inches of width. Need about 11 inches of length. I was going to build this to hold all the sanding discs underneath. Because it's sticking out so much and it's going to take up so much room, I don't think I'm going to do it combined with this. I'll build that one later. Plus I'm out of that thin plywood that I used for the shelving and some of the other tool holders. Got my base plate, my shelf cut. See how everything fits. It fits pretty good. Gonna need to be angled just slightly, but that's all right. That piece can go there. That piece can go there. I think what I'm going to do is get some dowels and just put them through in here so that it'll hold these in place without them sliding all over. Slight change of plans. This is what I love about designing as I go. Instead of having it stick out from the wall, I'm going to make the wall back here. So it's going to take up more wall space, but that's okay. It's not going to stick out as far. And then it gives me room to have these actual holders for the sanding discs, because I found more plywood. Got my side pieces here. I'm going to be splitting this in two. Have all the shelves dadoed out. Use the table saw just the blade up just a little, move the fence over a tiny bit each time until we get a proper fit. So I'm going to cut this in half. We'll get it put together, at least to start, and we'll see what it looks like. I've got this back put on. I want to drive some brads in from the back side, but I can't really see. It's kind of blind for me. So here's what you do. You take your tape measure, measure under, figure out where you're at. In this case, it's exactly 2 inches. I come up here, you do 2 inches plus half of the width of the board back here, which is a quarter of a half-inch board, so 1/4 inch. So 2 1/4, and you just make some marks, and that's where your brads go. So I've ripped my shelving stock down to an 11 1/4 inch width. Make sure that fits properly before I rip it down. Alright, so the shelving depth is going to be about 4 inches. So we want this little extra inch. This is a 5-inch sanding disc. We want this extra inch hanging out so it's easier to grab the sanding discs as we go. Sticking with the theme of design as you go, if I put these shelves in like so, there's nothing keeping them from falling out the backside. Because this is going to be on a French cleat, this part, this edge down here, is going to be about 3/4 of an inch out from the wall. So I need a backing plate. What I've got is this piece of scrap pine plywood. It's 3/4 of an inch, which I think will work just fine. That'll bring the shelves out just that little bit extra. We'll still be able to slide the discs in. They'll still fit just fine. They won't hang out, but they're going to be easier to get to. Of course, the all-important cleat. Just driving a brad in right through here in the very edge just to get that height correct. Then I'll flip it over and drive some more in from this side. And add the shelves. I have 5 spots, 5 slots, if you will, for shelves. I only had enough wood to do 4, so we'll just have to make do. I think it'll be alright. I tend to buy kind of the thick packs, the 25 packs, so I might be able to just slide a couple up in there, a couple thick stacks. We'll see. I'm going to arrange these in grit from lowest numerical number, coarsest, all the way up. So I've got some 40, throw some 50 in there, got some 120, and some 220. I don't have a huge selection of sanding discs. I should probably get more, and I probably will, but that'll work for now. Well, that's pretty much it for this build series. I think this looks pretty good. I think it's a lot more functional than having all these things and those black HDX bins. Everything's super easy to get to. Reach and grab, put it back, it stays. What more could you ask for? Folks, if you enjoyed that video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to get notified of new videos every other Saturday morning. Having to slow down production a little bit with summertime. Leave a comment or question down below. Do you think I should add a divider in here? I'm not sure. I didn't do it on this this stage, but maybe it'd be a good idea. I don't know. Let me know down below. And I'll see you next time on Greg's Workshop.